So James has asked me to look into the nightmare that is the recent pop song Britney-Spears' Hold It Against Me. This is a song about shame denial and short-term absolution. The song seems to be being sung in the first-person perspective, so for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to assume that it's Britney who's telling us this story. She sets the scene with the music itself. It's club music. Heavy rhythmic bass makes me think of dancing, sweaty bodies, more posturing than talking. Britney's there and she delivers us straight into the drama with her first line, which is, "Hey over there, please forgive me." Actually, it's "please forgive me if I'm coming on too strong," but seeing as we're the conscience in this sordid tale, I'm going to take the apology personally. It might just be me, but I hear a lot of guilt and shame coming through in these lyrics, so it makes a lot of sense as a narrative if one thinks of it as a confession. I get an inkling of this when she says, "Hey, over there!" Now they might just be on other sides of the room, but I'm hearing an emotional distance. Maybe they're not part of the same group, but it's an expression that reaches between two isolated parties. It makes me think that he's a stranger, and she's being as bold as brass, and we're all in trouble. They're doing this staring thing, and supposedly he's winning, and then she wants to whisper something in his ear, and this is going to be the first line of the chorus. Now, just as an aside, I'd like to point out that we only have Britney's perspective on all the things that are happening here. We don't actually have his side of the story, and I am struggling to dismiss the image of Miss Spears bearing down on him with all the charm of a rhinoceros. But it is her song, and she wants us to think that it's a mutual thing. First it's this staring thing, and then she's got a question to ask him, which is, if I was to suggest to you that I was in a heightened state of arousal, and if there was some way to get away from all these pricks, and if I said I wanted sex immediately, would that be a problem? Now that's me paraphrasing, of course, but we get her double entendre. On one hand she's saying, would that be a problem? On the other hand she's saying, can you physically do that to me? And we all remember the song, "If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me?" And it was horrible the first time, but Britney's taking it up a notch here. The implication is much more physical, much more sexual, but only a little bit more nauseating. So she wants to escape the crowd. Maybe she's not having a great time, or maybe she's only come for one single solitary purpose anyway. She lets slip what that purpose might be with the next line. "You feel like paradise, and I need a vacation tonight." And that's an absolutely absurd simile and metaphor, not least because paradise is a place. It implies that she's throwing herself into the arms of a stranger to achieve transportation. No notions of going somewhere with somebody. It's using someone as an escape route, as a doorway. It's running from something, so we can be under no illusion that this is going to be normal or healthy or any more girl meets boy than just, "Hey, I don't know you, but begging your pardon, could we please go somewhere and do it, if that would be alright." And the sorrowful fading in of keyboards and the fade out of the beat seems to be playing the heartbreak and lament of parents worldwide, and with good cause, because for whatever reason, he goes for it. And the next thing we know, it's the musical sex scene. The musical landscape changes, it's an irregular rhythm, it's grunting, moaning and shrieking. It sounds industrial, and I'm thinking maybe the fire escape. And the lyrics are really stomach turning. Give me something good, don't want to wait, I want it now. And I don't think any lyrical connoisseur should have to suffer like I did when I heard the line, "Pop it like a hood and show me how you work it out." For some reason it brings to mind a circumcision. And then following this visual barrage, there's a moment of lyrical calm. Bit of musical jingly jangly, and we all have a long hard think about what we've done. Britney's lost her dignity with a stranger, and we've willingly or unwillingly borne witness to the whole filthy affair. It's a musical come down. Remorse, emptiness, and after this brief hiatus, Britney goes straight back into the chorus again, which to me implies nothing less than there's been no big change. She just goes back for more soul-sapping stranger sex. So to summarise brutally, I have to ask, Britney, if I said you were being destroyed internally and externally by your soulless career, would you do anything about it? Not that I really care, not that you'd even listen. This song is a tragedy. It's a frank description of a totally self-destructive act, which begs the question, if it isn't a confession, then why would anyone want to present it to an audience in the form of a pop song? Because it's just so sad.